Karbi settlement का साहब
हम लोगों की खुद की मिट्टी में रहकर वो लोग चाइनीज बोलते हैं और गो बैक बोलते हैं।
हर जगह ये लैंड राइट एक बड़ा मुद्दा बन।
Assam government, the first time they broke the sixth schedule on 21st July 1953.
ये सोचना जरूरी है कि हम कार्बी लोग यहाँ से दूसरी जगह जाने के लिए कहीं नहीं है।
Right now, I'm standing at the Gherani weekly market.
Karbi Anglong, or the kingdom of the Karbis, had been in existence since before the coming of the British, long before. I think in 1870, the Karbi Anglong, the whole Karbi kingdom area was declared as scheduled area because of that. Because we had our own king, and now now we have our own king. We have our own king means we have all the laws, land and revenue laws and administration of justice, everything, we already have our own law. In 1953, July 21, the Assam government imposed Assam Land Revenue Regulation 1886. I say imposed because there was no signature of the chairman of the council. If it were done by the council itself, there should have been a resolution. We could not find a resolution even now. Assam government has got no right. They have got no constitutional right to make any land and revenue law for us. Whoever has received our land pata now is illegal, unconstitutional actually. It is done under Assam Land and Revenue Regulation, which was imposed on us. Assam government broke the first time, they broke the sixth schedule on 21st July 1953.
Migration arrived slowly, quietly. Pastoralists, refugees, cultivators, not as laborers, but as settlers. Communal land became private plots. Jhum gave way to the market. What changed was not just agriculture, but power. Law existed, enforcement did not.
7 years passed, the council has not met because our encroachers from North India and from Bangladesh and from Tripura and from West Bengal, from Bihar, UP and all, they are too many and too many already through by receiving illegal land patas under the imposed law. Pata has been given to all the people already. The whole Karbi Anglong land or in Dima Hasao.
जो भी मैंने डाटा मांगा था उन डाटा में मुझे डाटा वगैरह दिया गया। उसमें एक प्रश्न यह था कि क्या इसका यह पीजीआर वीजीआर है, और है तो इसका कोई गवर्नमेंट नोटिफिकेशन वगैरह है क्या। तो उसमें मुझे ऑफिशियली यह बताया गया कि देयर इज नो डॉक्यूमेंट अवेलेबल विद द डिपार्टमेंट। इफ फाउंड इट विल बी प्रोवाइडेड टू द ऑनरेबल मेंबर। तो हम लोग तब क्लियर हुए कि इसका कोई आधिकारिक रूप से ऐसा कोई दस्तावेज मौजूद नहीं है।
ये जो हम लोग ज़मीन पर बैठे हैं, आप जहाँ पे आप अभी हैं वो भी पीजीआर वीजीआर के नाम से ही जाना जाता है। वहाँ पे हम लोग का 1982 में काउंसिल का एक नोटिफिकेशन आया था कि जितने भी यहाँ पे लोग हैं 10-20 साल पहले से बैठे हैं, उनका माटी जिस माटी पर बैठे हैं उनके अंडर में है, उस माटी का सर्वे होगा। आप लोग सभी लोग आइए और अपने अपने माटी का सर्वे करा करके अपना अलॉटमेंट लीजिए। उस समय सर्वे हुआ डंका सर्कुल ऑफिस के तहत, और उस सर्वे के तहत सभी को माटी का नामजारी किया गया। इस माटी का नामजारी करने के बाद आपका नक्शा तैयार किया गया, और सभी को माने माटी से रिलेटेड पाटा को छोड़ करके जो भी फॉर्मेलिटी है सब कुछ किया गया, और सब कुछ हमारे चीटा बही नक्शा सब हमारे पास उपलब्ध है। सब कुछ दिया गया। देने के बाद ये तो माटी कहने जाने से जो यहाँ के माने कृषिजीवी लोग हैं, 90% लोग कृषिजीवी हैं। ये डॉक्यूमेंट्स तो हम लोग के पास है, ज़रूरत पड़ने से हम लोग उपलब्ध कराएंगे। एक यहाँ का बर्दोले कमीशन है। बर्दोले कमीशन जब कार्बी आंगलोंग का गठन हुआ, और ये कार्बी आंगलोंग में जितना ज़मीन है ये सब कार्बी आंगलोंग का नहीं है, ये प्लेन्स डिस्ट्रिक्ट से भी काट करके आया हुआ ज़मीन है। वो हम लोग के पास है, समय पर देंगे। तो उसमें बर्दोले कमीशन में लिखा हुआ है कि ये ज़मीन के साथ साथ जो यहाँ पे बसे हुए लोग हैं उनको भी कार्बी आंगलोंग में इंक्लूड किया जाता है।
ऐसे हजारों परिवार हैं जिनके हाथ में पट्टा है, तो वह पट्टा कहाँ से आया है? दो तरीके से होगा।
हाँ।
या तो इलीगल,
हाँ।
कोई इन्वॉल्व होके किया,
हाँ।
जो नहीं होना चाहिए था, या फिर प्रॉपर वे में सिस्टम को फॉलो करके अप्रूवल के बाद में पाए हैं। ये प्रक्रिया में होता है, हुआ है। काउंसिल यदि आपको दे रहा है, आपको अप्रूवल चाहिए फाइल पे। है क्या, आप प्लेन डिस्ट्रिक्ट में जब जाएंगे वहां किसी से कोई माटी खरीद लेगा और हो जाएगा, ऐसा नहीं। वहां भी एक वे है, वहां भी आप अप्लाई करेंगे, वहां भी आपको परमिशन मिलेगा, तो चीजें होंगी।
Decades of land alienation, demographic anxiety, and administrative silence built pressure beneath the hills. By 2024, eviction notices, court stays, missing land records, and hunger strikes collided with rumor. And rumor, in a land where history is unresolved, became spark.
At that time, we have got this Karbi Adorbar. That was our political party. It is the general secretary was Samson Singh Ingti. Samson Singh Ingti was a learned person. He graduate. The second graduate among the Karbis graduated from Kolkata University. The party put up Samson Singh Ingti, but the other Assam government put up again from the chairman of the party, the same party as the candidate. See, there are two candidates from the same party. How could it be? And so the Assam government made Khor Singh Terang to win the election. And Khor Singh Terang does not know he passed only class 4, and he was a opium seller. See, that was how they did. He was rich. He was opium seller, so he was rich. So he purchased all the Gaumburas. In those days, only the Gaumburas and Mozadars were allowed to vote. That was in 1936. Then in 1952, interim body was made, and in the interim body, see, there is another again. At that time, C.S. Booth was the deputy commissioner, and he was made to be the the chairman of the council, temporary. He sent 12 names, all tribal people, to be made the members, interim members. But Assam government rejected it, and they brought a person from Borpeta. He was Janardan Pathok. He is not our people. He is not our man. He was brought from there, and he was made to be the advisor and the deputy chairman. See, he is not tribal. He was not tribal, and he was made to be deputy chairman. And so he sent. Under his advice, I think about 30 persons' names were sent. 26 names, I think, were sent, and out of that, 4 were non-tribal people. In 1952 itself. After imposition of the Assam Land and Revenue Regulation, they brought 450 families of Bengali origin people from West Bengal and from Bangladesh and from some other places, and settled them down in the PGR-VGR land at Uttar Borbil.
The government?
Yes, by the council, by the government. It must have been imposed. I heard that these refugees were first taken to Shillong, that is Umpling, I think. The Khasi people did not accept it. Then they were taken to Mizoram. Mizoram also did not accept it because we have got 6 schedule, we cannot accept you. More or it is our land. But they brought to Karbi Anglong, and Karbi Anglong, see, he is only a class 4 person. So he was made to accept them and settle them down in Uttar Borbil.
कार्बी आंगलोंग ऑटोनोमस काउंसिल का गठन हुआ था। काउंसिल का पहला जो डिप्टी चेयरमैन थे वो जनार्दन पाठक थे। वो तो कार्बी आदमी नहीं थे। इससे प्रमाणित क्या होता है कि कार्बी आंगलोंग जब से गठन हुआ तब से हमारे लोग यहाँ पे हैं। तो माने चीज़ यही है, कार्बी आंगलोंग ऑटोनोमस काउंसिल में हमारा वोट देने का अधिकार है। ये तो असंवैधानिक है नहीं। संविधान तो हम लोग तैयार नहीं करते हैं। संविधान तो आसाम सरकार और कार्बी आंगलोंग ऑटोनोमस काउंसिल ही तैयार करती है। यहाँ हमारा एक प्रतिनिधि भी है, हमारा नहीं, आसामी आदमी का भी यहाँ प्रतिनिधि है, आदिवासी का भी है, बंगाली का भी है, हमारा भी है। माने जितने जनगोष्ठी के लोग हैं सबका एक एक अपना प्रतिनिधि है। तो सभी लोग यहाँ पे इलेक्शन खेलते हैं, चुनाव लड़ते हैं, और सभी का मौलिक अधिकार है चुनाव लड़ना। तो इसमें तो हम अपने तरीक़े से सब कुछ करके तो नहीं लड़ रहे हैं चुनाव। हमको संविधान में जगह दिया है तभी तो हम लड़ रहे हैं।
What erupted in West Karbi Anglong was not sudden violence.
आग लगा दिया।
It was accumulated grievance, released, lives lost, homes burned, the army deployed, the internet cut, order restored, but questions unanswered. At the heart of this conflict lies a truth administrators often miss. For the Karbis, land is not property, it is their identity.
जी इतना ইয়াতে হাঙ্গার স্ট্রাইক কৰিছে এটা উদ্দেশ্য লৈ পেলাই যেটো কৰিছে ইয়াত এটা হৈছে এটো পিজিআর ভিজিআর এই মাটিটো এটো উচ্ছেদ কৰিব লাগে এটো এটা দুটাটো হৈছে আমাৰ মাটি পটা এই মাটি পটাটো ইলিগেল দিয়া হৈছে 3 নম্বৰটো হৈছে আপোনাৰ ইয়াতে যেটো ট্ৰেডিং লাইসেন্স আৰু ভোটাৰ লিষ্ট এইটো মানে এই তিনিটা চাৰিটা কথা লৈ পেলাই হেতু হাঙ্গাৰ স্ট্ৰাইকটো কৰিছে।
we are against those who are illegally encroached in Karbi Anglong, where departmental land is there, PGR, VGR lands there, and where this is especially a protected area, which we know that it is a tribal area or it is a sexual area. So we are against those who are illegally entered, illegally settled in Karbi Anglong. Yeah, that's it only. Like that is a public's misconception and a media's misconception that people used to say that Karbis and non-Karbis, Karbis and non-tribal. It's not that. We are just against those who are illegally encroached in Karbi Anglong. That's it. Where in paragraph 20 to the 6th schedule of in the 6th schedule to the Constitution of India, it's clearly mentioned that that is a tribal area, where it's a protected area. Since the British regime, like the Karbi community have been preserved and very protected. And since then, the British were also stating that should be continued. But since 1951, now till today, so far, now we have seen that now the 6th schedule and the tribal areas, the constitution almost shattered. Almost means not almost; it's totally shattered now.
बिजनेस करने के लिए एक ट्रेडिंग लाइसेंस, वो ट्रेडिंग लाइसेंस के लिए वो लोग बहुत संघर्ष करना पड़ता है एज पर द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशंस। लेकिन अब तो देखने में आया है कि यहाँ पे सभी लोग इलीगल माइग्रेंट होके भी यहाँ पे वोटिंग राइट्स मिलते हैं। उन लोगों का जो ट्रेडिंग लाइसेंस, लैंड पता सब सरकार की तरफ से कहीं ना कहीं कुछ यहाँ पे एक उन लोगों की अंदर में से ये सब उन लोगों को प्रोवाइड करके यहाँ पे हम लोगों का बिजनेस भी वो लोग चुरा के ले गए। जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटी भी, जैसे ढेर सारे जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटी जो थर्ड ग्रेड हो, 4th ग्रेड हो, जो छोटा लेवल का जॉब हो, जो हम लोग कर सकता है, वो लोग हमसे छीन के ले जा रहा है।
In 2013, 1,400 teachers were appointed. Out of that, Karbi was only 88. Only 88. But you see, education department is an inherent subject of the Autonomous Council. From the beginning, from inception, this is under Autonomous Council. We have 12 subjects, inherent subjects of Autonomous Council, according to the real 6th schedule. Now, even in 2013, out of 1,400, only 88 were given to us. Now again, in 2022, they appointed 1,345 teachers. Out of that, Karbi only 59, and Kuki 2, and Rengmanaga 1. That means tribal people only 62. Out of 1,345.
तो आने वाले दिन में ये सोच सकता है कि हम लोगों का थोड़ा सा संख्या है, देखने में तो हम लोगों का थोड़ा सा संख्या है, लेकिन ये सोचना ज़रूरी है कि हम कार्बी लोग यहाँ से दूसरी जगह जाने के लिए कहीं नहीं है। इसलिए हम आने वाले 1000 साल में भी यही रहेंगे और यही हम लोग मारने वाला है, यही हमें जीने की जगह है।
PGR and VGR lands are not surplus assets. They are safeguards against erasure. Yet, the crisis also exposes institutional failure. How could protected lands be encroached upon for decades without records, demarcation, or accountability?
Not only, we are demanding for eviction from PGR, VGR land. That is, one is 11,000, the other is 10,000. Total 21,000 bighas. We want them to be evicted from there, and from railway land and from other government land. We want to be evicted from there. Now what is happening? Instead of evicting people, encroachers from 21,000 bighas, now the government of Assam, because the Chief Minister himself used to announce the land, such and such land is given to Adani, such and such land is given to Ambani, that kind of thing he used to announce. Actually, he has got no right to announce because he is a Chief Minister. He has got no right over the land in 6th schedule area, but still he used to announce.
Right now I'm standing here at the Kheroni Weekly Market, where the protesters had allegedly set ablaze the whole market. As you can see around me, the whole market is in now ruins. The shops were set ablaze by the protesters. The protest broke out on the night of December 22nd, where apart from this market, also the ancestral house of Tuliram Ronghangs also was set ablaze. The protesters, the indigenous people's demand was that eviction should be conducted in the PGR and VGR region of the Karbi Anglong Council.
और पीजीआर वीजीआर बोलने से पीजीआर जो होता है ये नदी के ब्रिज के पार होता है, उस पार होता है, तो ब्रिज पार ही पीजीआर वीजीआर होता है और इस पार में भी ये सब कुछ तोड़फोड़ किया गया है, आगजनी किया गया है और पता नहीं किस वजह से ये लोग कर रहा है। हम लोग को शांति चाहिए, हम लोग को और कुछ नहीं चाहिए, बाकी किसी को हमको ब्लेम नहीं देना है, प्रशासन को भी कुछ नहीं कहना है। प्रशासन अगर कार्रवाई कर लेता तो ये सब कुछ नहीं होता, प्रशासन का ही गलती है जो प्रशासन ये व्यवस्था नहीं कर पाया है। इंडिजिनियस पीपल का लैंड है ये तो सबको ही मानेगा, ये कोई दुराय नहीं है, लेकिन प्रशासन का व्यवस्था होना चाहिए। प्रशासन इसको कैसे संभाले, या तो काउंसिल हो या स्टेट गवर्नमेंट हो, उसको किस व्यवस्था से इसको निकाले या एविक्शन कराए, कुछ भी कराए ठीक है, लेकिन शांति व्यवस्था से कराए, म्यूचुअली अंडरस्टैंडिंग के बीच में ये कराना चाहिए था। लेकिन आज जो सिचुएशन हो रहा है ये ट्राइबल का सेंटिमेंट हम समझ पा रहे हैं, सबका सेंटिमेंट हो रहा है, इनको लैंड है ऑल ओवर असम में, ये लैंड राइट के लिए बड़ा प्रॉब्लम चल ही रहा है। मतलब ये थोड़ा छोटा मोटा ये जगह नहीं है कार्बी आंगलोंग बल के, आप दूसरे तरफ भी जाइए, आज उत्तराखंड में भी यही हाल हो रहा है, बंगाली का दूसरे पार्ट में भी जाइए यही हाल हो रहा है, मणिपुर जाइए, हर जगह ये लैंड राइट एक बड़ा मुद्दा बन चुका है। लैंड राइट असम बोल के नहीं, ऑल ओवर इंडिया कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में इसको दिखना चाहिए, बोले लैंड राइट जो पहले बना था इसके बारे में कुछ किया जा सकता है कि नहीं।
The High Court has now pushed the burden back where it belongs, on institutions. Violence cannot replace due process, but due process delayed for generations cannot expect silence. Right now, I'm standing at that very spot where Suraj Dey, a specially able man, was burnt alive by the agitating protesters, and his charred body was discovered early next morning of 23rd December here at that very spot by the fire tenders. In any democratic setup, any kind of violence is highly condemnable, and the protesters, what they did for the demand for the PGR and VGR lands to be evicted of non-tribal people escalated to such a violent manner that it led to the death of two people. One, here where I'm standing right now, is of Suraj Dey's house. I would ask my colleague to pan the camera towards the house which belonged to Suraj Dey. And on that particular night of 23rd December, he was here sitting inside his shop, and then the protesters marched through the Kheroni daily market where Suraj Dey was running a small shop here. And then the protesters burnt the shops, vandalized the homes, and in subsequent moment, Suraj Dey lost his life as he could not escape from the blaze.
How a hunger strike led to a massive violence. A group of Karbi indigenous people were on a hunger strike for the demand for the eviction. Now, after completing 15 days of their hunger strike, on day 16, they were allegedly forcibly transferred to Guwahati Medical College from the site of their protest. Now, Assam CM Himanta Biswa Sharma has stated that they were transferred to Guwahati Medical College because their health were deteriorating. But those who were on hunger strike, they have now protested, saying that why they were taken away, like why they were transferred to Guwahati Medical College at an odd time of 3 a.m. in the morning. That's an odd time for hunger strikers to be taken to Guwahati Medical College. After they were taken away, the agitation began, and then it led to a violent agitation.
The sixth schedule was meant to protect futures, not preserve unresolved wounds. When autonomy becomes paperwork and justice becomes selective, frustration fills the vacuum.
The migrants who settled in rest of Assam were temporary in nature, but the migrants who came and settled in Karbi Anglong had a permanent settlement intent. But why did it happen so? They saw the potential because there was less population in Karbi Anglong. These migrants, they came here and then they saw the vast scanty lands, virgin lands that were yet to be cultivated. They took the opportunity, they saw the scope, and then they settled here. And that in fact changed the cultivation pattern of this Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council. Earlier, people here used to indulge in jhum cultivation. It is a cultivation where people cultivate for some time, they reap the produce, and then they burn the area and then move on to another place. So the cultivation was community-based. People used to indulge in those cultivation in a community. But with the advent of migrants from the Hindi-speaking belt, brought a change to this pattern. They were of the intention of having individual ownership to those lands, to those cultivation. Which is why, as you can see on my left side, these are all sugarcane cultivation.
So on my left side you can see the mustard fields, and on my right side you can see the sugarcane fields. Entire farming here is being done on PGR and VGR lands. Yes, these are the PGR and VGR lands which the tribals have been saying for a very long period, that these lands have been taken over by the Hindi belt, the Hindi speaking people and the non-tribals actually. And they have settled here permanently and have converted the land here from the jhuming cultivation, which was a part agricultural heritage of the Karbis and the indigenous communities here, to the one of permanent and individual ownership.
छः घर जल गया ये एरिया में, और बाद बाकी तो उधर में करीब 50 घर जल गया ऑल टोटल।
इधर से एक ग्रुप आदमी आया, आने के बाद क्या किया, सब से तो जलाते जलाते आ रहे थे। तो मेरा तो ससुर पैरालाइज से चल नहीं सकते, तो मैंने ओरिजिनल डॉक्यूमेंट्स वगैरह भेपी में भरा ली, बच्चा का, मेरा, इसका, सबका। उसके बाद क्या बस इधर से जलाते जलाते आया, इसने बाप को बचाने के लिए इधर चला गया, और 2 भेपी मैंने ली थी। उसके बाद 2 थप्पड़ गाल में मार के और भेपी से भी सब लेके गए। मैं इतना रिक्वेस्ट किया कि मेरा सब सामान ले जाओ, जला दो, लेकिन मेरा डॉक्यूमेंट 2 बोलने से भी नहीं दिया उन लोगों ने।
Okay, yeah, like the decision which is made by the state government, as we all know that the situation is very a critical condition, that atrocities that we have seen in the district of Karbi Anglong. But conclusion that we have got today is the state government has decided to cancel all the trading license which came after 1951. And the second thing is that all the departmental land which occupied by the outsiders, we won't say which community, but outsiders, like they occupied tribal lands, the departmental lands, this land will be evicted and freed by the state government or the council, Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council. And secondly, in the PGR and VGR area, immediately they are going to issue eviction notice. At the same time, they, all the free land that they have got right now, like there will be a fencing and with afforestation project will be initiated. And line in yellow, yes, all the departmental land will be evicted. At the same time, all the trading license will be cancelled who came in Karbi Anglong after 1951.
दिल्ली से जुड़ना क्या अपना अस्तित्व को मिटाने जैसा है क्या? हम डर क्यों रहे हैं? हम इनसिक्योर क्यों हो रहे हैं? इसलिए क्योंकि हम समझ नहीं पा रहे हैं। एक कहावत है ना, नथिंग इज टू बी फियर्ड अबाउट, इट्स ओनली टू बी अंडरस्टूड। आप विषय वस्तु को आप समझिए, सिचुएशन को आप समझिए, आपको डर नहीं लगेगा। लोग चर्चा कर रहे हैं कि मुख्यमंत्री जी बोले हैं कि पीजीआर वीजीआर में एविक्शन होगा, गवर्नमेंट डिपार्टमेंट शिफ्ट होगा। मैं तो चिंतित नहीं हूं। मैं इसलिए चिंतित नहीं हूं कि मैं समझ रहा हूं। क्या समझ रहा हूं? यदि वह पीजीआर वीजीआर है और मेरा घर यदि उसमें है, तो मैं वहां से शिफ्ट हो जाऊंगा। ये मेरा ड्यूटी है। यदि पीजीआर वीजीआर है तो, और यदि वो पीजीआर वीजीआर नहीं है तो मुख्यमंत्री जी ने यह नहीं कहा है कि पीजीआर वीजीआर जो नहीं है वहाँ पे हम कार्रवाई करेंगे।
In a democratic setup, violence has no place. And so the people here in Karbi Anglong, be it with the Karbis, the indigenous community, the tribal people, or the non-tribal communities, or you can say the Hindi-speaking people, none of them demand violence. They want peace and an answer, a solution, a long-lasting solution that can again bring back peace that was prevailing for a very long period in Karbi Anglong district, which was once marred by insurgency.